I carry the Thai food up the stairs, the plastic bags cutting into my fingers. Pad Thai for her, green curry for me. Tuesday's ritual. Marla loves when I surprise her with lunch on my half-days at the clinic. The house feels different when I step inside. Quieter. Her laptop sits open on the kitchen island, screen still glowing. She must be upstairs, probably taking one of her endless work calls. "Marla?" I call out. No answer. The shower's running. I set the food on the counter and glance at her screen. Just checking if she's free to eat. That's all. The email client blinks with new messages, and I see his name before I can look away. Evan Martinez. I know the name. Vice President of Sales at her company. Married, 2 kids. I've met him at office parties. Firm handshake, eye contact, the kind of guy who calls everyone buddy. The subject line reads, "Can't wait for tonight." My hand hovers over the trackpad. I shouldn't. But the cursor moves anyway, and I click. David's working late at the clinic. We have until midnight. Same hotel as last week? The words don't register at first. I read them again, then scroll up to see her response from yesterday. Room 412. I already used the points from our joint account. He never checks the statements anyway. The bags of Thai food sit cooling beside me. Steam fogs the plastic containers. I scroll further back. Weeks of messages. Months. Details that make my stomach turn. Plans made with my credit card points. Dinners charged to accounts I pay for. A conference trip to Denver that was never about conferences. I don't yell. I don't throw anything. I just read. Every message chronicles a piece of my life being carved away. Our anniversary dinner she missed for work. The weekend she couldn't go to my brother's wedding because of a client emergency. All of it mapped out in Times New Roman, 12-point font. The shower stops upstairs. I minimize the email and step back from the laptop. The Thai food containers sit there like evidence of a different version of today. One where I surprise my wife with lunch. Where we eat together and she tells me about her morning. Where I don't know what I know now. Her footsteps creak the floorboards above. I hear her moving around the bedroom, probably getting dressed, probably preparing for tonight. Room 412. I take out my phone and open the camera. Screenshot after screenshot. I document everything. Email threads, hotel confirmations, credit card statements accessed through her saved passwords. "David?" Marla's voice drifts down the stairs. "That you, honey?" "Yeah," I call back. My voice sounds normal, steady. "Brought Thai food." "Oh, that's sweet. Give me a minute," she replies. I copy the entire email thread to a USB drive I keep in my desk drawer. Medical files, I always tell her when she asks about it. Patient confidentiality. She appears in the kitchen wearing the blue dress I bought her for Christmas. Her hair's still damp from the shower. She smiles and kisses my cheek, the same kiss she's given me every day for 8 years. "Sorry, I was just finishing up some work stuff," Marla says, gesturing toward the laptop. I nod and start unpacking the food. "How's your day going?" "Busy. Really busy." She sits across from me at the island. "I might have to work late tonight. There's this big project with some out-of-state clients." I spoon Pad Thai onto her plate. "Sounds important." "It could be huge for my career," Marla says, taking a bite and closing her eyes. "God, this is perfect. You know exactly what I need." I eat my green curry and watch her face. She's animated when she lies, uses her hands more, touches her hair. 8 years of marriage and I never noticed before. Or maybe I never had reason to look. "Will you be very late?" I ask. "Probably not until midnight. You know how these client dinners go," she replies. I nod again. Room 412. Our credit card points. She reaches across and squeezes my hand. "Thank you for understanding. I know I've been working a lot lately." Her engagement ring catches the light. The same ring I picked out 3 years ago. The same ring that will be photographed by a lawyer next week. "Of course," I tell her. "I want you to succeed." Wednesday morning tastes like copper pennies. I make coffee while Marla showers, and everything looks exactly the same. Same blue mugs, same kitchen table, same wife padding downstairs in her terry cloth robe. "Sleep well?" Marla asks, kissing my forehead. "Like a baby," I reply. She pours coffee and scrolls through her phone. I watch her thumb move across the screen. Wonder if she's texting him. Wonder how long this has been my morning routine without me knowing it. "Big day today?" I ask. "Just the usual meetings," she says. "Oh, and I might have another late night Thursday. This project's really picking up steam." "Thursday's good for me. I have that medical conference call anyway," I tell her. The lie comes easily. There's no conference call. But there will be other things. Conversations with lawyers, accountants, people who know how to dismantle a marriage without leaving fingerprints. At work, I see patients and make small talk about weather and weekend plans. Mrs. Patterson wants to discuss her grandchildren. Mr. Reynolds complains about his knee replacement. Normal people with normal problems. During lunch, I call my attorney. "David?" "Wasn't expecting to hear from you," Richard says. "Richard, I need to see you. Today, if possible." "Everything all right?" "No." He fits me in at 4. His office smells like leather and disappointment. I hand him the USB drive and watch his face change as he scrolls through the emails. "Jesus, David, this is..." Richard shakes his head. "How long?" "At least 6 months. Maybe longer." "You have the prenup I drafted?" he asks. "In my safe at home." "Good. That protects the house and your practice, but we need to move fast on the joint accounts." He leans back in his chair. "How do you want to handle this?" I've been thinking about that question for 36 hours. "Completely." "Define completely," Richard says. "I want her to understand what she's lost." Richard nods slowly. "I can work with that." Thursday evening, I come home with Chinese takeout. Different restaurant, same ritual. Marla's at the kitchen table, laptop closed, phone face down. "You're home early," she says. "Conference call got canceled," I reply, setting the bags on the counter. "Thought we could eat together." She smiles, but it doesn't reach her eyes. "That's nice. I was just finishing up some emails." "For tonight's client dinner?" I ask. "Exactly." The lie flows like water. "Should be done by 10 this time." I serve lo mein onto her plate. She talks about her day, about difficult clients and demanding deadlines. Creates an entire fictional universe where her work matters more than our marriage, where late nights mean career advancement instead of hotel rooms. "You know what?" Marla says, reaching across to touch my hand. "I'm really grateful for how supportive you've been. Some husbands would be jealous of all the time I spend at work." "I trust you," I tell her. The words hang in the air like smoke. She squeezes my hand tighter. "I love you, David," she says. "I love you too." And I do. That's the part that makes this hurt. I love the woman who existed before I read those emails. I love the wife who used to tell me about her day without editing out the important parts. I love the person I thought I married, but that person never existed. There's only this woman, sitting across from me, planning to spend our credit card points on another night with someone else's husband. She leaves at 7:30, wearing the black dress I complimented last month. Tells me she looks forward to coming home to me. Kisses me goodbye like she means it. I wait until her car disappears around the corner. Then I call Richard. "It's time," I say. Friday morning, I transfer our joint savings into my personal trust. Legally bulletproof, according to Richard. Established before our marriage for medical malpractice protection. Marla signed the papers 3 years ago without reading them. The bank manager, Janet, handles everything with professional discretion. She's processed enough divorce paperwork to recognize the signs. "Will Mrs. Grayson need access to these funds?" Janet asks. "Not anymore," I reply. "I withdraw enough cash to cover my expenses for the next month." Leave her checking account with exactly what she contributed from her last paycheck. Nothing more. At home, I draft an email to Whitmore Corporation's compliance department. No names in the subject line. Just ethics violation, misuse of corporate resources. The email is clinical, factual. I attach screenshots of Evan's messages about using company credit cards for personal expenses, hotel rooms that weren't related to business, dinners that violated conflict of interest policies. I don't mention my wife by name. I don't have to. The evidence speaks for itself. Richard reviews the email before I send it. This will destroy both of them, he tells me. Good, I say. You sure about this? Once you send it, there's no going back. I think about Tuesday's Thai food getting cold on the counter, about her hand squeezing mine while she lied about client dinners, about our credit card points buying hotel rooms for her affair. I'm sure. The email sends at 2:47 p.m. I have a patient consultation at 3. Normal life continuing while I systematically dismantle hers. That evening, Marla comes home unusually quiet. She goes straight upstairs without our usual kitchen table conversation. I hear her on the phone, voice muffled through the bedroom door. She comes down an hour later, pale. Everything okay? I ask. Just work stuff. Really stressful day, Marla replies. I nod and return to my medical journal. She sits beside me on the couch, closer than usual, rests her head on my shoulder. David, she says. Yeah? If something happened at work, something really bad, you'd still love me, right? I close the journal and look at her. Her eyes are red. She's been crying. Of course, I tell her. We're married, for better or worse. She curls against me and I stroke her hair like I have 1,000 times before. She feels smaller somehow, fragile. I need to tell you something, Marla whispers. My hand stops moving. What? She's quiet for so long I think she's fallen asleep. Then, never mind. It's not important. Saturday morning I make pancakes. Old recipe from my mother. Marla pushes them around her plate without eating. You feeling all right? I ask. Just tired, she says. Her phone buzzes constantly. Text after text. She ignores them all. I spend the afternoon in my study, organizing financial documents, bank statements, investment accounts, the prenup that protects everything I owned before our marriage, the house, my practice, my future. Sunday, I send one more email. This one goes to Harold and Margaret Walsh, Marla's parents, conservative Catholics who still believe marriage is sacred, who raised their daughter to value commitment and faithfulness above all else. I don't write anything in the body of the email. Just forward the entire thread between Marla and Evan. Let them read their daughter's words in her own voice. Harold's response comes back within an hour. 2 words. We're ashamed. That's all. No phone call, no request for explanation. Just shame, delivered with the efficiency of a man who doesn't waste words on lost causes. I delete the email thread and clear my browser history. Cover my tracks like I'm committing a crime instead of revealing one. Marla spends Sunday in bed. Says she has a migraine. I bring her water and aspirin, and she looks at me like I'm a stranger. Why are you being so nice to me? She asks. You're my wife, I reply. She starts crying then. Not gentle tears, but gut-wrenching sobs that shake the bed. I sit beside her and rub her back until she falls asleep. Monday morning, everything changes. Marla's phone rings while she's brushing her teeth. Unknown number. She lets it go to voicemail, but it rings again immediately. Marla Walsh? The voice is crisp, professional. This is Jennifer Kim from Human Resources at Whitmore Corporation. We need you to come in this morning, 9 o'clock. I'm getting dressed when she hangs up. Her face has gone completely white. What was that about? I ask. I don't know. HR wants to see me, Marla replies. She tries to sound casual, but her hands shake as she applies mascara. Misses her lashes twice. Probably just routine stuff, I tell her. You know how corporate is. She nods, but we both know HR doesn't call emergency meetings for routine stuff. I kiss her goodbye at the door. She clings to me longer than usual. I love you, Marla says. Love you too, I reply. Her car backs out of the driveway at 8:45. I watch from the living room window until she disappears around the corner. At 9:37, my phone buzzes. Text message from Marla. They're firing me. No explanation, no details. Just 5 words that confirm what I already know. I don't respond. Another text at 10:15. Evans resigned. Then, someone reported us. Then, David, I need to come home. I turn off my phone. The afternoon stretches like dental surgery. I see patients and pretend to care about their problems. Mrs. Chen's diabetes, Mr. Foster's high blood pressure, real issues that have solutions. At 5 o'clock, I drive home through suburban streets that look exactly the same as they did this morning. Same mailboxes, same lawns, same life, except now my wife knows what I know. Her car sits in the driveway, engine cold. She's been home for hours. I find her at the kitchen table still wearing her work clothes. The clothes she put on this morning believing she still had a job. A stack of papers sits in front of her. Termination documents, security badge surrender forms, the bureaucratic debris of a career ending in disgrace. David, Marla says. Her voice is barely a whisper. I hang my keys on the hook by the door. How was your day? She looks at me like I've slapped her. You know how my day was. Do I ask. Someone sent HR our emails, mine and Evans. She pushes the papers toward me. They fired me for misuse of company resources and violation of ethics policies. I pick up the termination letter. Read it slowly. The language is formal but devastating. Immediate termination. Forfeiture of severance. Professional references declined. That's terrible, I say. Any idea who might have reported you? Her eyes narrow. You tell me. I set the papers back on the table. Meet her gaze directly. I have no idea what you're talking about. Someone had access to our private emails, David. Someone who wanted to destroy us, she says. Us? I ask. Me and Evan. Ah. I nod. Right. You and Evan. She stands up so fast her chair tips backward. Don't do that. Don't act like you don't know what's been happening. What's been happening, Marla? I ask. Her face crumples. I made a mistake, a huge, terrible mistake, but I never meant for it to go this far. What mistake? You know, she says. Say it. She wraps her arms around herself. I was having an affair. The words hang between us like a bridge neither of us wants to cross. With Evan Martinez, I say. Yes. For how long? 6 months, Marla replies. Using our credit card points for hotel rooms? She flinches. Yes. Lying to me about client dinners and conferences? Yes. Planning to see him tonight after lying about working late? Yes. The word comes out like a sob. I nod and walk to the refrigerator. Open it. Look inside. Nothing I want to eat. I'm going to file for divorce, I tell her. She makes a sound like air leaving a punctured tire. David, please. We can work through this. I'll do anything. No, I say. I love you. I chose you. I married you, Marla pleads. I close the refrigerator and turn to face her. You chose him every night for 6 months. You chose him when you used our money to pay for hotel rooms. You chose him when you lied to my face about client dinners. I was confused. It didn't mean anything, she says. It meant everything. Her phone buzzes on the table. Text message. She glances at it, then at me. It's my dad, Marla says. He says Mom won't talk to me. That's unfortunate, I reply. David, someone sent them the emails too. My parents know everything. I shrug. Truth has a way of getting out. She stares at me for a long moment. You did this. You sent everything to HR, to my parents. Did I? I ask. Stop playing games. You destroyed my life, she says. I didn't destroy anything. I just stopped pretending it wasn't already destroyed. She lunges toward me, but I step back. She stumbles and catches herself against the kitchen island. You self-righteous bastard, Marla hisses. You think you're so perfect, so morally superior. I think I'm married to someone who used our anniversary dinner to plan hotel visits with another man, I reply. That stops her cold. She remembers that night. I can see it in her eyes. The restaurant, the wine, her phone buzzing with messages she thought I couldn't see. I'm staying at Richard's tonight, I tell her, moving my stuff out tomorrow. This is your house, she says. I know. The realization hits her like a physical blow. The prenup, the trust fund, the protection I built before we ever met. You can't just throw me out, Marla protests. I'm not throwing you out. I'm leaving. You can stay as long as you like. I don't have anywhere else to go. That's not my problem anymore, I say. I walk upstairs and pack a bag. Essentials only. I'll get the rest later when she's not here to make it complicated. She follows me around the house, pleading, bargaining, threatening. The same progression I've seen from terminal patients when they first get their diagnosis. At the front door, I turn back. The joint accounts are closed, I tell her. Your checking account has what you contributed from your last paycheck, about $800. Her mouth falls open. You can't do that. It's done. I'll get a lawyer, Marla threatens. Good luck paying for one, I reply. I leave her standing in the doorway of what used to be our home. In my rearview mirror, I see her collapse onto the front steps. My phone stays off for the rest of the night. Tuesday morning brings official confirmations. Richard forwards me the termination notice from Whitmore Corporation. Professional language that translates to complete disgrace. Marla Walsh is officially unemployed, disgraced, and unemployable in her field. The efficiency is beautiful. One email to HR, and her entire career evaporates. Wednesday, Evan Martinez's resignation letter makes the rounds through industry contacts. Pursuing other opportunities, it claims. But everyone knows what that means when it comes this fast after termination rumors. I spend the morning at Richard's office, signing divorce papers. The prenup makes everything clean, simple. What's mine stays mine. What's hers becomes irrelevant. She'll contest it, Richard warns. Let her try, I say. Without income, she can't afford representation. I know. Thursday afternoon, Richard calls with an update. Whitmore's legal department contacted me. They're not pursuing criminal charges, but they want full restitution for misused funds, about $12,000. Does she have it? I ask. Not anymore, he replies. The number shouldn't satisfy me, but it does. $12,000 in hotel rooms and dinners. Our marriage purchased one night at a time with my money. Friday brings the final piece. I'm reviewing patient files when my assistant, Janet, knocks on my office door. Dr. Grayson? There's a woman here to see you. Says she's your wife, Janet announces. I look up from the charts. Former wife, and no, I don't have time to see her. She seems upset. She can make an appointment like everyone else, I tell her. Janet nods and closes the door. 10 minutes later, she's back. She left this. She hands me an envelope with my name written in Marla's careful script. I wait until Janet leaves before opening it. Single sheet of paper. Her handwriting shaky but legible. David, I know what you did. I know you planned this. Destroyed my job, my family, my life. For what? Revenge? Justice? Some twisted sense of satisfaction? You want to know the truth? I was going to end it with Evan. That night you brought Thai food home, I was upstairs deciding how to tell him it was over. I chose you. I was choosing you. But you'd already decided to destroy me. I hope you're happy. I hope this gives you whatever you were looking for. Because you didn't just end our marriage, David. You ended me. I loved you. Despite everything, I loved you until the very end. Marla. I read the letter twice, then folded it neatly and put it in my desk drawer with the divorce papers. She was going to end it. Maybe. Probably not. But even if she was, it doesn't matter. The damage was already done. 6 months of lies don't get erased by one moment of clarity. The weekend passes quietly. I move my remaining belongings out of the house while she's gone. Leave my key on the kitchen counter. The same counter where I discovered her affair 2 weeks ago. Monday morning, I drive past our old neighborhood on the way to work. The house looks empty. No car in the driveway. Windows dark. I wonder where she went. Then I stop wondering. Tuesday, Richard calls with the final decree. The divorce is official. 8 years of marriage dissolved in less than 2 weeks. The efficiency of legal destruction. She never showed up to contest it, Richard tells me. Where is she? I ask. Does it matter? It doesn't. But I'm curious about the aftermath. About what happens to someone when their entire life implodes in the span of a week. Wednesday provides the answer. I'm driving past the Office Max Plaza when I see her through the window of Pro Staff Temporary Services, sitting in a plastic chair, clutching a cheap purse against her chest like armor. Her hair is different, shorter, darker. The expensive highlights grown out and chopped off by someone who learned cutting hair from YouTube videos. I park and walk inside. Tell the receptionist I need copies made. Point toward the machine in the corner where I can see her clearly. She's filling out paperwork on a clipboard. Employment application, references, skills assessment. The same forms desperate people fill out when they need any job that pays anything. Her clothes are from Target, maybe Walmart. The black dress she wore to hotel rooms replaced by polyester that pulls across her shoulders, shoes with scuffed heels, a wedding ring that's been moved to her right hand. She looks up when I walk past. Our eyes meet for exactly 3 seconds. In those 3 seconds, I see everything. The recognition, the shame, the knowledge that I orchestrated every piece of her current situation, the realization that the man she married became someone she never knew existed. I see her life reduced to plastic chairs and job applications, her career destroyed, her family ashamed, her future condensed to minimum wage and studio apartments. I see the woman who lied to my face about client dinners while planning another night with someone else's husband. I see justice. She doesn't say anything, doesn't try to approach me, just looks away and returns to her paperwork, pretends I'm not there. I make my copies and leave. In the parking lot, I sit in my car for a moment and watch her through the window. She's talking to a counselor now, probably explaining why she left her last job, probably lying about the circumstances. My phone buzzes. Text message from Richard. Marla's attorney called. She wants to negotiate a settlement for spousal support. I delete the message without responding. The woman in the temp agency isn't my problem anymore. She's not my wife. She's not my responsibility. She's just someone who used to share my name and sleep in my bed and lie to my face every single day for 6 months. I start the engine and drive away. Don't look back. That evening, I eat dinner alone in my new apartment. Takeout from the Thai place. Same pad Thai I brought home 3 weeks ago when I still believed in my marriage. It tastes different now. Better somehow. I think about Marla sitting in that plastic chair. About the moment our eyes met. About the look on her face when she realized I'd won. Because that's what this was. A game. She started it the first time she lied about working late. The first time she used our credit card points for someone else. The first time she chose him over me. She just didn't realize we were playing until the game was over. I finished my dinner and washed the dishes. Normal Tuesday night routine. Same as always, except now I don't have to pretend I don't know where my wife really is. Outside my window, the city continues its indifferent existence. People falling in love and getting married and cheating on each other and destroying everything they once claimed to value. But that's not my story anymore. My story ends with 3 seconds of eye contact in a temp agency. with the woman who destroyed our marriage reduced to begging for minimum wage work, with justice served cold and precise and completely satisfying. I turn off the lights and go to bed. Sleep comes easily now. The dreams, when they come, are peaceful. And that's the end of today's story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and drop a comment below. Your support helps the algorithm push my content further. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps me keep creating more stories for you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.